When you think of a Leica M, the image that likely comes to mind is that timeless rangefinder window, the overlapping images, the tactile precision of manual focus, and the ritualistic satisfaction of aligning two frames until they merge perfectly. It's a photographic experience unlike any other, a symbol of craftsmanship and intent. But what if the next Leica M changed that formula entirely? What if Leica took a bold step away from its most defining feature? According to the latest leaks and industry chatter, that's exactly what might be happening with the upcoming Leica M11 V, a model that could redefine what an M camera means in the modern digital era. The Leica M11 V is rumored to be the first M-series camera without a traditional optical rangefinder, instead featuring a built-in electronic viewfinder EVF. It's a massive shift, one that could make the camera more approachable, versatile, and practical for a wider audience. However, it's also a move that risks alienating Leica purists who consider the mechanical rangefinder to be the soul of the system. The M-series has always celebrated the art of manual control, the feel of mechanical precision, and the intimacy between photographer and subject. Removing that core component represents not just a technical change, but a philosophical one. Still, Leica's decision to introduce an EVF-equipped M isn't as radical as it first sounds. In many ways, it's a natural evolution. Photography today demands flexibility, and while rangefinders offer a unique charm, they also come with limitations, especially for modern photographers accustomed to seeing their exposure, white balance, and focus preview in real time. The Leica M11 V might bridge that gap, offering the familiar M form factor with the usability of a mirrorless camera. Design-wise, early reports suggest the Leica M11 V will embrace a cleaner, purist aesthetic. Without the dual rangefinder windows on the front, the body gains a more minimalist look, sleek, symmetrical, and almost modernist in appearance. Some fans might find this too clean, missing the traditional charm of the optical system, while others could see it as a refreshing evolution. Leica is said to be introducing a diamond pattern leatherette finish, which promises a better tactile grip and a distinctive texture compared to the smoother coverings found on the Leica M11 and M11P. Beyond surface changes, Leica may also introduce a new function FN button and a dual-function frame selector lever tied to the electronic viewfinder. These additions indicate that Leica isn't abandoning the tactile shooting experience, but rather adapting it to a digital context. The company seems intent on preserving the physical interaction that photographers love while replacing the purely mechanical systems with more adaptable electronic controls. Interestingly, the removal of the optical rangefinder could also have a practical benefit: lower production costs. The rangefinder mechanism is complex, hand-calibrated, and one of the most expensive parts of a Leica M to manufacture. By removing it, Leica could position the M11 V as a more affordable entry point into the M system. Of course, affordable in Leica terms still means premium, but this could potentially make it one of the most accessible M cameras in recent years. Internally, the Leica M11 V is expected to retain much of what made the standard M11 a success. That includes the 60-megapixel full-frame BSI sensor and Leica's triple-resolution technology, which lets photographers choose between shooting at 60MP, 36MP, or 18MP. This feature offers incredible flexibility, allowing you to prioritize detail for studio work or save storage space when capturing casual, everyday shots. Shooting at 18MP also makes file transfers faster, while 60MP provides the uncompromising detail that professionals demand. Powering all of this is Leica's Maestro III processor, the same engine that delivers the M11's smooth performance, quick processing, and reliable color science. Together, the sensor and processor combination ensure the M11V remains fast and responsive, even if it doesn't chase the burst speeds of sports-oriented cameras like the Sony A1 or Nikon Z9. Leica M cameras have never been about speed. They're about deliberation, slowing down, composing thoughtfully, and capturing the moment with precision. One notable difference, however, may be in internal storage. The Leica M11P offers a generous 256 GB of built-in memory, but sources suggest the M11V might scale that back to 64 GB. While not tiny, it's a clear sign that Leica views this model as a simpler, more straightforward alternative. one that prioritizes essential performance over luxury features. For photographers who rely heavily on internal storage during travel or prefer shooting without SD cards, this could feel limiting. But for many users, 64 GB will still be more than sufficient, especially when paired with a high-capacity SD card. The electronic viewfinder is undoubtedly the heart of the conversation around the Leica M11 V. For some, it's a welcome modernization. For others, an unsettling departure. Traditional Leica users argue that the rangefinder defines the M experience. It provides a direct optical view of the world, unfiltered and uninterrupted by screens or electronic overlays. It's about connection to the subject, the light, and the craft itself. But an EVF brings undeniable advantages. You can preview your exposure, white balance, and depth of field in real time. You can also use focus peaking, magnification, and digital frame lines, making it far easier to achieve critical focus with fast lenses or longer focal lengths. For photographers with vision challenges, an EVF can also be more accessible, offering diopter adjustments, magnified viewing, and a clear representation of what the sensor will capture. In essence, while the EVF changes the experience, it expands the possibilities. Leica already offers an optional VisoFlex 2 EVF accessory for the M11, but it costs around $1,000 and occupies the camera's hot shoe, adding bulk and reducing practicality. Integrating an EVF directly into the body of the M11 V would be a far more elegant and functional solution. It keeps the camera compact while opening up a new way of shooting that feels more aligned with modern workflows. If Leica does introduce the M11 V, it won't replace the M11 or M11P. Instead, it will likely sit alongside them, forming a trio that appeals to different audiences. Ultimately, the Leica M11 V represents more than a camera. It symbolizes a new path for Leica. It doesn't abandon the brand's legacy, it builds on it. The M11 V could make Leica's signature design, build, and shooting philosophy more approachable to modern photographers who demand digital precision without sacrificing craftsmanship. It's an acknowledgement that the photography world has evolved, and that even the most traditional brands must adapt to stay relevant. If these rumors prove accurate, the Leica M11 V could introduce a refreshing balance between the past and the present. It honors the M heritage while embracing the benefits of electronic innovation. For some, it will never replace the emotional connection of a mechanical rangefinder. But for many, it could finally make the dream of owning and using a Leica M a practical reality. In the end, Leica isn't abandoning its traditions, it's expanding them. The M11 V may not carry the nostalgic mechanics of its predecessors, but it carries something equally valuable: accessibility, versatility, and a renewed vision for the future of the M series. And if it does become real, it might just redefine what it means to shoot with a Leica.